The greatest show on turf? Nah, the greatest linebackers on turf. We're talking about a group of players who redefined what it means to be dominant on the field. Everyone loves to argue about the best ever. Best pizza topping? Best Michael Keaton movie? You get the idea. These debates can go on forever with no clear winner in sight. But when it comes to football, some arguments are settled quickly. But in the NFL, one debate ends pretty quickly. The question of who had the greatest linebacking core of all time is one such debate. Who was the greatest linebacking core of all time? The answer is almost unanimous among fans and experts alike. The answer, my friends, is clear. The Dome Patrol. This group of linebackers was a force to be reckoned with, a unit that struck fear into the hearts of their opponents. These guys weren't just good, they weren't just great, they were legendary. Their skills, teamwork, and sheer determination set them apart from any other group. From 1986 to 1992, they terrorized offenses. Quarterbacks dreaded facing them, and running backs had nightmares about their tackles. They made the Superdome a house of pain for any opponent foolish enough to step inside. Their legacy lives on, a testament to what true greatness looks like on the gridiron. Who were these guys? Saints marching in? The New Orleans Saints linebacker corps of the late 80s and early 90s was nothing short of legendary. They were known as the Dome Patrol, and for good reason. These guys were a nightmare for opposing offenses. We're talking about four absolute beasts: Ricky Jackson, Sam Mills, Vaughn Johnson, and Pat Swilling. Each brought something unique to the table, making them one of the most formidable linebacker units in NFL history. Ricky Jackson, the heart and soul of the group, was a tackling machine. He racked up 1,173 tackles in his career, a Saints record. His relentless pursuit and ability to read plays made him a constant threat on the field. Then you got Sam Mills, the undersized overachiever who played with a chip on his shoulder. He was the emotional leader, always bringing the intensity. Despite his smaller stature, Mills had an uncanny ability to outthink and outmaneuver his opponents. Vaughn Johnson, the enforcer, was known for his bone-jarring hits. He struck fear into the hearts of running backs. His physicality and sheer power made him a key player in stopping the run game. And finally there's Pat Swilling, the sack master. He had a ridiculous 107.5 sacks in his career. Swilling's speed and agility off the edge were unmatched, making him a nightmare for quarterbacks. These guys weren't just teammates, they were a force of nature. Together they formed a defensive wall that was nearly impenetrable, earning them a place in NFL history as one of the greatest linebacker units ever assembled. Stacking up against the legends. No contest. Now some people might bring up other great linebacking groups. The Steel Curtain, anyone? The Purple People Eaters? Come on, man, those teams were great, no doubt. But the Dome Patrol was different. They were faster, meaner, and more athletic than anyone else on the field. They were the prototype for the modern linebacker. They could cover, rush the passer, and stuff the run. Name another group that could do it all at that level. I'll wait. The Big Easy's nasty defense, you don't want none of this. The Dome Patrol turned the Saints' defense into a nightmare for opponents. During their reign, the Saints led the league in fewest rushing yards allowed twice. They were consistently ranked among the top defenses in the league. The Saints went from being a laughingstock to a playoff contender. And the Dome Patrol was the driving force behind that transformation. They made everyone around them better. They set a new standard for defensive excellence. A legacy of hard hits and inspiration. The Dome Patrol lives on. The Dome Patrol's impact goes beyond stats and records. They were more than just a group of players, they were a symbol of resilience and determination. Their presence on the field was electrifying and their camaraderie was palpable. These guys inspired a generation of football fans. Young kids dreamed of playing like them, and older fans found a renewed passion for the game. They brought a sense of pride to the community and united fans from all walks of life. They showed the world that defense wins championships. Their defensive prowess was unmatched, and they set a standard for what a dominant defense should look like. Their tackles were fierce, and their strategy was impeccable. They proved that even a small market team like the Saints could compete with the big boys. They defied expectations and showed that heart and grit could overcome any obstacle. Their underdog story resonated with many. Sure, they never won a Super Bowl, but their journey was filled with memorable moments and unforgettable games. They faced adversity head-on and never backed down, earning respect from fans and opponents alike. But their legacy lives on. Their influence can still be seen in today's game, and their story continues to inspire new generations of players and fans. They left an indelible mark on the sport. They're in the Saints Hall of Fame. Their contributions to the team and the sport have been immortalized, ensuring that their achievements will never be forgotten. They're in the hearts of every fan who ever wore a black and gold jersey. Their spirit lives on in the cheers of the crowd and the pride of the city. They are a part of the very fabric of New Orleans, and they'll forever be remembered as the greatest linebacking corps in NFL history. Don't at me. Their legacy is a testament to what can be achieved with passion, dedication, and teamwork.